Recording for the final report to show you the main elements of the Machinations application in the Unicorn environment. It starts off with Docker images, and we have a Docker registry where we're getting them from automatic, so we don't have to manually update them. And then we have the app components, and there's two main components which took us a long while to optimize this because obviously when we first built Machinations we had a server client architecture in mind, but not all things were smooth from the beginning. So long story short, we have a database and a server, and let's check them out. Starting with the database. Pretty straightforward. The name, we didn't really feel the need for, and well, it didn't really actually apply an elasticity controller because that wasn't the case and it wasn't our goal. We have the user credentials, which in this case, well, we don't really have to upload to edit them now. We have the minimum execution requirements, which is we felt like these parameters were pretty decent on a Linux machine. For health check, we used a remote connection command, and we thought that 10 seconds turnaround should do the job. These are actually the environment variables that we mentioned earlier, and they're used to connect which the server can use to connect to the database instance. And yeah, the app is exposed via a classic port. The component is exposed to the server, you know, the standard port. Nothing else fancy that we configured here. So that's the database. And the second one, which was a MySQL database, and the second one is the server. And this is the one serving the application. A lot of Node.js and JavaScript in here. Again, nothing too fancy. The only thing that we doubled was the RAM. So we thought a bit more extra memory could be useful. Linux machine, and to check the uptime, we basically ping Google twice every 5 seconds, which should do the job. Connection variables, again, classic public access, external exposure of the component. And these are the two main components. Now we can create applications, and there's several of them being configured already, but we're just going to create a new one because we can't really see the old one. And we'll call them okay, a lot of these temps already. And we'll be adding a database and a server. We could add some other ones, but this should do it for now. And that's it. There we have it. The two of them are connected. Let's hit save. All right, and we have our temp4. Let's go to instances. And let's go to instances. Where is it? Is it pending? Where's my app? Right, because I have to create an instance. Okay. And we'll call it for instance. Yep, that's the provider. Let's just proceed and deploy. Okay, and now we're waiting for our instance to be up. Waiting for the orchestrator. Let's check out some graphs. What we've noticed is it typically, do not on deploy, just for the graph. It typically takes something like 4 to 6 minutes to get this up and running, and then you can have, you know, a classic user experience. There was no lag. We could even see some server load when we generated a lot of simulations. But for the sake of this video, I think we are probably not going to wait for the components to load. So thanks, Unicorn, and I'll see you in Brussels.